Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and all our Warren County 931ers. Hey, guys, this is a special occasion.
We're not who you were expecting.
Yeah, because it's another beauty with the beast here on Warren First 931. Happy Monday. This is Brian Carr with you here. And we have our special, and not because today is special, because she's always special.
Aww.
Our special guest host today, Miss Melody Krim.
Hello.
Good morning, Melody.
Hello.
How are you?
I am exhausted. I am exhausted, but I am filled with so much joy. It was a great weekend.
Listen, we've got so much to catch you guys up on because of all the things that happened. Guys, I'm not a hat wearer inside this building, but I had to represent and show off the swag. And one of our awesome guests this morning is going to be on, and he's wearing a hat. So I want to make him feel comfortable too. And I'm all about, the unity and camaraderie. But
David took mine.
Oh, he did? Well.
So, I mean, it's okay. I still got my shirt.
Well, and these things are going fast. And if you want one, I think they're like $25 or something. Yeah. Oh, sorry, $20, $5 off. So make sure to get your Warren First ad. And thank you for everybody who came out and supported us. This weekend was a big weekend.
Yes, it was.
But before we get to that, I want to thank our weather sponsor, our Ready Ground Ford. Thank you for all that you do. Our current weather right now is 76 degrees. We got a high of 80, and it looks like it's going to be partly cloudy with some storms possibly coming in about 2 p.m. today, 40% chance of rain. That should go up and through the night into tomorrow, and it looks like there's a 60% chance of rain tomorrow with a high of 79. But thank you, Reddit Brown Ford, for being our sponsors. Have you driven a Ford lately? I love.
Hey, that's not bad for the first day of fall. Today is the first day of fall.
Is today the first day of fall? All right. Well,
I'm about to get chili in the crock pot after I leave here. That's a tradition. First day of fall, we make the first pot of chili. Yep.
Hey, guys, let us know about your traditions when it comes to fall weather, things that you like. I'm a big pumpkin spice latte guy, and hey, I'm getting out the Halloween stuff. I've been working on Dr. Atticus stuff. But hey, guys, since we're at the top of the show, we want to remind you, hey, it's Monday. We're going to be praying today, so get your prayer request in. If you got anniversaries, birthdays, and I'll tell you something new that I saw today, and I really want to send a shout out to this young man, John. If you got baptized, if you got a baptismal announcement or something special like that, hey, if you were christened, let us know. We'd love to celebrate these things. So make sure you comment in the post below. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, it doesn't matter. Let us know. We'll get it. Hey, we do have a special guest behind the scenes right now today. And see the hand right there? That's the OG right there. We got Miss Kelly, and she is taking care of us today. But hey, guys, we're so blessed to be on here today. We're going to go to a commercial break because we got so much to catch you up on the weekend. Girl.
I know. Adeline Collier got it back.
I was going to give her a shout out.
Yes. It was a beautiful, beautiful service. Yeah. I'm so proud of her.
And you're going to have to tell us about the Feast of St. Matthew.
Yes.
Because that went on yesterday. So much that went on this past week. And then, guys, it doesn't stop because we got events starting today and through this week. We've got a super huge week coming up. So hey, we're gonna go.
We're at that time of year.
It's almost like May again. Generally in May, the 1st of May, everything picks up. First weekend of May, there's weekend after next, we got Autumn Street Fair.
Yes, and the moonlit walk run thing. 5K thing.
I talked to Carrie Hill about that, and so. We're going to try to get her on soon about it. And we've got links to that. But hey, guys, we'll come back to you after the break. Yes. But remember, guys, keep it first.
My dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Planning an auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit donaldhillisrealty.com. Firm 2273.
Reddick Brown Ford, we're all about serving our Ford and Lincoln family. Enjoy our unbeatable oil change specials. Just $34.95 up to 6 quarts for synthetic blends and $119.95 up to 13 quarts for diesels. No appointment necessary. Plus, we offer convenient pickup and delivery services for everything from oil change to rapid repairs. Need battery replacements or wipers? We've got you covered with our mobile service.
Jonathan Beavers. I'm the new sales manager here at Reddick Brown Ford on Highway 55. I'm born and raised here my whole life. I'm very supportive and dedicated with over 10 years of automotive experience. Check out our expanding pre-owned inventory on our website or come drive by, and we'd also be happy to appraise your vehicle.
Don't forget to check out our new service department. We have 2 new advisors, 1 new parts counter staff, and some fresh faces on our pickup and delivery team. We're excited to offer you even better service with our expanded team. Join the Reddick Brown Ford family today. Call or text us at 931-668-2177. Experience transparency and carefree service like never before. Your satisfaction is our priority. We want to be your number 1 local go-to dealership.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
Warren First 931 is your one stop for all things local and all the time. Daily podcast you can listen, watch, comment, and help share through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Audible, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Make sure you join our text club at 81010 at Warren First 931. You will receive upcoming events, weather alerts, school closures, county and city updates. Make sure to subscribe to our weekly newsletter, The Local Voice. It has everything that I talk about on the show, as well as the events we attend throughout the week. Your stories, your opinions, and your events. This is Warren First 931.
All right, boys and girls, we're back here with Warren First 931. I'm Brian, and we got the beautiful Melanie Krim here with us today. And it is, let's see what the weather is right now. Partly cloudy, but I'm going to tell you guys, be prepared for some rain. And right now, come on, weather coming up. It is currently 76 degrees right now here in downtown McMinnville, right in front of the Park Theater. Carry your umbrellas because about 2 o'clock, we got a 40% chance of rain. And got some storms coming in. And tomorrow we got a 60% chance of rain. Wednesday we have a 60% chance of rain. And Thursday we have a 60% chance of rain. But after that, Friday and through the weekend should look nice. But thank you, Reddick Brown Ford, for being our weather sponsor here. Guys, we have the best sponsors. I'll just go ahead and say shout out to Sonic. I saw Mr. Steve the other day. And it was so cool to get to see him. And I hear all these great stories. I hear these side stories of different things that people in our community have done. And I want to say another shout out to our good friends at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, because they got specials right now because the weather's turning. It's the first day of fall. We recounted that in our last segment.
Yeah.
So if you go over to McMinnville Lawn and Garden, they've got deals on their riding lawnmower, especially those Cub Cadets that everybody wants. So make sure you go see Scotty Kill and the guys at McMinnville Lawn and Garden and get fixed up, because now's the time to snag a deal. All right. This last weekend, it was big. And we'll go back to Friday's show. After the show, Kelly got set up because we had homecoming parade coming.
Yes.
So thank you, McMinnville Police Department and Board of Aldermen and all the people who make all the decisions, Park Commission, everybody who shut down the streets. Thank you to Dr. Swallows and our school board and all the people in the central office who shut down the schools at 12 o'clock. I know there were a lot of happy teachers there.
Because they used to not do that. It was a big deal.
You had to check out to leave. And so this year they decided to go ahead and say, hey, look,
I think they did it last year too. Didn't they do it?
I can't remember, but I know that it's gotten to be
It's a new thing. It's a new thing.
It's gotten to be such a community. Well, and speaking of new things, it's kind of all works together, because we're in a new conference now, or a new division, or new category of playing, and we've had some first. And so this year's homecoming was probably one of the biggest and best in the last 15, 20 years.
It was hot.
Here.
That parade was hot.
The weather was warm.
Yes.
The streets were safe.
Yeah.
And the amount of people here, it was just magnetic. It was amazing. Kelly was over here at Tops Frozen Yogurt Metro, and that's where we are today. Sorry. Thank you, Tops Metro Deli, for letting us be here today. Another one of our great sponsors.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of stuff, and we got some special news with them coming up, but we're going to wait till the end for that. But we got a lot of good stuff coming on. Yeah.
Anna's back there.
Shut up, Brian. Shut up.
No, I think that was more of a dancing thing. She's excited. We're all excited. It's hard to see through the lights.
I got a big mouth. I can spill. Oh man, I'll never forget when I told my grandfather. My dad was so happy. My mom and dad bought my grandfather a gift for Christmas, and we bought it in Memphis. We always come here for Christmas, and I was like, "I know what you got, Papa. I know what you got." And he said, "You don't know what I have, Brian." Mm-hmm. And he made it. He said, just by saying that, we got you a shotgun, and it was like, oh. And my dad was so upset. You dummy. You know,
yeah.
Why
did you do that?
So I am notorious about breaking these things, but no, we got some very big news coming up. Back to the homecoming parade.
Yes. So Kelly was down here. I was up on the marquee taking pictures. Bear with me. I'm trying to get to them. I'm still trying to get through fair pictures, and I can't edit on Monday because my internet just slows down so much. I'm going to try, but I can't. I don't know what's going on with the internet on Mondays, but anyway, but I got some great shots. I did get to go through them and look, and I mean, There's so many kids. It was incredible. Our very own intern, Aiden, was part of the freshman float. He was the one that was creepy. That was Vecna. And I heard from a couple of people that he just freaked them out. And but I mean, they just did a great job.
Okay. Speaking of the floats,
yes,
this is interesting because there's so many things going on.
Yeah.
Here in Warren County, it's special. Guys, you don't have this everywhere. This is really a small town thing. I went to a function the other day and I relived for these folks what we went, because people in Mount Juliet, they don't shut down Mount Juliet Road to send floats down there. You just don't have that in Nashville and other places. Like, it's very special that we do things like this. And so I was telling them, we've got the floats.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the homecoming court. We got the cheerleaders, band, and football team.
Yeah.
We've got the fans, and we've got all these classes. And one of the things that I was noticing about the floats is that the floats, okay, my buddy Justin Rich, his son's a senior this year.
Mm-hmm.
Justin's an engineer.
Yeah.
He started working on these floats when Braden, his son, was a freshman. And to see how they build on top of each other every year. And these parents that do it, that they have to love it. And it shows because of how unique and how amazing they are. But the floats alone are worth the price of admission.
But listen, I mean, it goes so much more than the mechanics. You guys have to understand, these are tiny little balls of tissue paper that these guys have balled up and glued to there. Hours and hours and hours. I was at the drama club meeting and two of our kids were working on what they were working on and also making the little balls. And I mean, it's very time consuming. And I mean, not just to only make it, but to have to, I couldn't do it. I would not be able to have the patience to glue all those on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, it just all goes. But do you want me to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Tell us what you're about to tell.
Okay, so this is what I have. These are the Homecoming 2025 float rules reviewed and approved by Chris Hobbs, because I think that people maybe don't understand exactly what the rules are and what they're looking for and what is required. So I want to read this to you guys. No person is allowed to ride on the actual homecoming float. All mechanics of the float are to work by remote, Bluetooth, or by itself. Floats must be able to drive under the traffic lights, no taller than 20 feet at the time of passing under a light. Floats are judged on creativity, attention to detail, neatness, general design, use of color, and use of materials. If a homecoming theme is present, floats will be judged on how well the theme is represented throughout the entire class representation, included but not limited to the actual float itself, any person or persons walking around the float, the student float, and student representation. I don't think that's animation, fire, smoke, and other such material should be considered a bonus, but it's not required. So that's what they're looking for. And the people that do, it wasn't always this way. I think this is also something new, but the people that vote on this is Main Street McMinnville's investors, not just the board. Anybody who has invested in Main Street McMinnville votes on who gets the float. And for those that's not associated with the radio station, Main Street McMinnville is something different. Their goal is for the revitalization of downtown, of Main Street itself. And so when you join Main Street, you become an investor. You invest in the future of Main Street and what you want downtown to McMinnville to be. And that's who gets to vote on that. And that's been that way for a couple of years now. I can't remember how many years. But I mean, it's a substantial amount of people that are voting.
And we want to say shout out to our WCSTV group, because they recorded this live. And you just saw our Pioneer Battalion just come through. You got the cheerleaders. Now you got the flag girls coming behind them. And
guard.
Color guard.
Guard.
Listen, I dated a flag girl, so that's why I've always known them as the flag girls. And then we got
their new costumes are fire too.
Oh my goodness, yeah. We had so much. Thank you, Tommy Smith and all the gang because really it's a family affair with them. They do such a wonderful job filming this. And look, when I see him and his mom and his sister and brother all lugging stuff, there is a human cost to this. And they are so gracious with their times. Thank you, Tommy and family, for all that you do. We got the band. We're gonna scooch a little forward because we got to get to our next commercial break.
Yeah.
Because we got a very special. But here we got homecoming court going through, and
it was a good court.
They generally always start off with the freshmen next. We got class of 29, and so you'll notice that the freshman floats. You got a lot of new freshman parents that are involved.
Yeah.
I hope to be one of those parents next year.
Yes.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're not going to get much out of me. I'm not that kind of crafter type mechanical dude. I can barely screw in a light bulb. So don't it? Oh, man. Even the freshman float is really impressive.
Yeah, it was all based on Stranger Things, and which is a big thing. I mean, they're about to come out with the last season. I mean, it was a smart move to do that, to bring that in. And you can see there's Aiden right there. It's back now. But I mean, it was really good. They did the representation. They had the people walking around the float. You have the colors, multiple colors. There's mechanics. Obviously, nobody's operating it.
Well, I didn't know what it was until I saw it, and then I saw it. It was the upside down. Now, guys, I have not finished Stranger Things,
and it's a niche thing. If you have never seen it, then the float probably wouldn't have connected.
I've seen the first season, but I had to watch it by myself. My family wasn't into it, and then my kids watched it without me, and I was so mad. So I'm boycotting right now. It's just all on me. It's
such a great show.
But I love the nostalgia.
As a kid who grew up in the 80s, it's such a great show.
So we got our freshman kids.
Yeah, quite a few.
Then I guess this is our sophomore representatives here. And I apologize. I don't have everybody's name.
They were on the door, but if you can't quite see the door, but it's okay.
This is so cool.
Yes.
And
Kenneth Dixon and somebody else riding in the truck. But again,
the fire
colors.
Yeah.
I mean, to build a covered wagon, that's incredible.
It's like Melody just said. These things have toilet paper, like colored toilet paper on them. They are so flammable and easy to go up. So you have to make these things and have people safe. But these kids on these trailers, they were having this time. But here, okay.
Now see, everybody
game changer right here.
This is what I want to talk about. So you've got the actual Mario characters on go-karts or side by sides. Actually riding with the float.
Oh, there's the Princess Bowser, Mario, Princess Peach, I guess back there. And
then here comes the float. There's a multitude of colors that's going on here.
But look, it's Mario on the go-kart.
Yeah, driving around the track. You've got
automated. I mean, come on.
It was great. I mean, the detail that looks like actual brick. You've got this going on.
It looks like the Nintendo style.
It does.
Look at the spinning coins.
I missed
I didn't know that was there. Guys, and look.
Wow.
This is high school.
Okay.
This is our juniors.
Yeah.
And so shout out to the juniors.
They had 3 elements is what I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So and guys, and once we finish the seniors, we'll talk about who won, but we'll also talk about who won our poll.
See, look, there's even a spinning coin on the trailer with the kids.
The trailer.
No, I feel like there could have been more representation here.
Yeah.
There's not as many juniors as there could have been, but
I thought their shirts were fire.
Yeah, they were. They absolutely were.
They had there we go with the junior representatives, and now we've got the seniors coming up, and this is that looks like Isaac Stefanik right there.
Who's class president? I just found that out. He had to fill in for Jaden at the football game. So here come the seniors. We've got our theater kids over here carrying the Oscar.
So they got an Oscar. So they didn't have that in the at the football game the other night.
The people that were running around the track and the go-karts weren't in costume.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Went too far. Okay.
Right. But yeah, so
they're carrying an Oscar, and I see one of the Moore twins. I think that's
Dakota.
Okay. And
then the float.
So the float got caught at the end, but
again, we got some color. There's a helicopter. They've got the bridge going. There
Now-
are plenty of
The reason
representation.
you could see there's a snag in the internet.
Okay.
But you've got plenty of representation
and
here.
the flag that they're waving,
there's
for
our
those
other
of you who
intern.
don't know, and we talked about this. I talked about this with our guest coming up the other day. That is the Warren County flag. That is the that is the county of Warren County with the tree in the middle. And anybody who knows where I can get a Warren County flag,
Jimmy
please
Haley,
comment and let me
because
know.
Jimmy Haley was my last understanding, was the only one who had them,
Really,
and Jimmy doesn't have them anymore.
really.
I got you.
And
what?
excellent. And,
Wait a minute, I've been asking for one of those for like years.
yes, and
You
hey,
got
I'm
another
going to go to our comments.
Oh.
Shirley Hatter, thank you so much. Good
okay.
morning to you, ma'am. And good morning, our awesome friend, Miss Tina, at our coffee drive-thru says,
Yes.
good day to you two. Hope your day is going well. Two smiley faces.
They did
And
do
the
a
floats
fantastic
are
job.
amazing. They did such a fantastic job.
Yes.
Sure. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, guys, if you got comments, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to our channel, either by Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, at 2X accounts, you need to. It helps our algorithm, but it helps us share the fun with everybody else and lets folks know what's going on. But man, we had a slew of things going on. And then,
did we want to?
Then they had the pep rally that went on after the floats came by.
Okay.
Everybody got the floats back over to the Nunley Stadium, and then the fun. That's when I came in. I got downtown and caught the pep rally, and the pep rally was so exciting. They were so energetic. You had the band, you had the kids, you had the cheerleaders, people throwing footballs around. It was so exciting. So shout out to Kevin Dunlap and all the folks that were announcing and doing the stuff like that. That was cool. Then we had the game. And this is where Warren First really showed out. And hey, I want to thank everybody who came down and saw Kelly, got you a T-shirt, and then wore it to the game. We ran out of T-shirts, somewhere between 300 to 500 T-shirts. I mean, just gone, just like that. And
people were wearing them everywhere. I saw them. I saw them out here on the parade route, which is when she started handing them out, and they were putting them on right there. And then I saw them at the game. I mean, it was really great to see Warren First represented up in the stands. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and so the stands were packed out. Now I'm going to tell you something. This is a little off, but we played the Hickson Wildcats. And Hickson, God love them. I mean, we've been there, and let me tell you what I thought was really cool. Their band on the other side.
Man, they were so loud.
They were a small band. They weren't near as big as our band.
No,
but they were incredible.
They were doing a
great job, and so they didn't have nearly as many people on their team as we had, and so we've been there. We know it is, but we came in, and guys, we had won a homecoming. I guess it was the last homecoming that we was back when CJ Taylor was here and Coach Turner was at the helm. But it was a great night. We wound up winning 31-14.
It was great.
In the first quarter, we were down, but we came roaring back. We started really moving the ball in the second quarter.
Yeah.
The band was all getting excited. And one of the things that we had on the podcast and on the Facebook site was, who do you think was the best float? Which group deserved the best float? And thank you guys, everybody who voted.
This is unofficial. This is just Warren First doing this. We're not trying to start anything up. Cause divide. This is just for fun.
So when they did the votes for the official count, the seniors wound up winning.
Yeah,
and that's pretty traditional.
I mean, that's
here
4
in
years in
Warren
a row.
County.
That's never happened. That's a record breaker
But-
right there. But
Your people's choice from the Warren First poll, the juniors dominated, and it wasn't even close. I mean, I think there were well over 200 votes just for the juniors alone. So I want to thank everybody who voted in our poll. And again, juniors, you get the Warren First People's Choice Award. Over 954 total votes. So thank you guys for letting us know what you thought.
And congrats to the seniors for their 4-year streak and for winning. I know that's a big accomplishment. Monty Childers was so excited. I got some great pictures of that at the game.
Oh, cool.
Well,
I was watching Millie, and I was able to pop back on. We did a few pop-ups before, and Kelly and I didn't get finished breaking up everything. The juniors had 562 votes. Woo! I mean, yeah, over half the votes they had alone.
Yeah.
So, and the seniors only had 269. So, yeah, they nearly doubled them up. So, yeah, it was really cool with all the action that was going on. By the time Kelly and I got broke down and got into the game, and you were around, and we saw you around, we were able to get the homecoming festivities downloaded. So if you want to go back and watch and see what happened with the homecoming, I started at the top of the stand, started recording, and went all the way down.
Yeah.
Sat next to homecoming king Raul Manis's mother. Shout out, sitting next to his brother Andreas, and then got on the field right when he was announced, and then just being down there, it was electric. You saw, but what was really cool is after the floats went by and everything, seeing the people back in the stands. If you want to relive that, you can always go back to the Facebook feed on Warren First. And then the young lady who wound up winning,
Phoebe.
I was able to get a quick interview with her, and right in the moment, she was so excited. Can you imagine?
And Phoebe's also our first runner-up for Fairest of the Fair. She's had a great year.
Well,
and before we go to commercial break, let me just say this: Raul had an amazing night because not only did they get the win, and not only was he crowned the homecoming king, but he also got named Defensive Player of the Game.
Way to go!
I mean, he had a great night.
And speaking of defensive player, he was defensive player. Reese Wallace was offensive player, and special teams player was
Chris Robledo.
Chris, okay.
Am I saying? I'm not even sure.
One of the Robledo brothers.
Yeah, no, it was Chris, but I'm just not sure if I'm saying the last name right.
So,
but yeah,
we had a great night. We wound up winning 31-14. That's 3 games in a row. So shout out to the Warren County staff, our coaches, Coach Ballou, and all those. We had
incredible.
One of the things with the last game, we had people asking, who's that guy with the cowboy hat? And got to get a quick interview with Mr. Joe Ward, who is the team chaplain. And he was so excited. The kids were so excited. And it was just an awesome night to be here in Warren County. And
and the band got the new uniforms.
Was incredible. And
the band, not just the band. Well, the band got the new uniforms, and then we got to see the guards' uniforms for this season, gold and black. They're awesome. It was a great night all around. And I mean, just to get I'll tell you, Vanessa got me doing it. She goes, watch the crowd. Don't watch the band. Watch the crowd. And watching the crowd as the band came in and all of them pointing and seeing their faces, man. And we've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's so important. You guys, by going to the band booth, by going to Pork and Bands, by buying concessions, you guys helped to pay for those uniforms, because that wasn't bought by a business with sponsorship money in the community or paid for by the school board or anything like that. That was bought with booster funds. They finally got new uniforms. It's been years and they look incredible. Shout out to Charlene and Vanessa for choosing those colors, getting that together. They did an awesome job.
We'll talk more about the uniforms here on the other side of this. We're going to go to a break, and coming up next, we've got Mr. Joseph Moore, chairman of the Democratic Party here. He's going to tell you about an awesome event that they've got coming up, a fundraiser coming up in October, and we'll talk life, love, and politics and everything with him on the other side of the break. And then after that, we got to finish up because we had some. Speaking of our band,
we got some things going on.
Band stuff. And then, guys, we got a slew of events that we got to talk about coming up. And that was just our Friday, guys. We still got Saturday and Sunday to talk about. But, hey, guys, thank you so much for being with us. We hope to see you on the break. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Rise and shine, McMinnville. Treat yourself to delicious frozen and soft drinks in Sonic, perfect for those hot summer days. Whether it's lunch or dinner, let Sonic be your go-to stop to cool off and refuel during the summer rush. And don't miss our special drink offer available until 10 a.m. Start your day the right way. With so many flavors to choose from and the best sun drop in town, why go anywhere else? Drive into summer with Sonic in McMinnville.
Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at Warren First 931. I am Brian Carr, and I'm your just neighbor down the road, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy to be here with this gentleman right here. This is Mr. Joseph Moore of the Warren County Democratic Party. He is the chairman, and
thank you for having me.
Listen, I love Joseph. I can come up with a million words to say about him and how much I like being around him, because we've got to do a lot of things here recently together.
We have.
I was just picking on him here just a minute ago. He was talking about, man, these lights are bright, and he's the good-looking one. So, yeah, you are, buddy. But how are you today, sir?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Man, it is great to have you. We've been wanting to have this. Is a very special day because I know he knows I'm Republican, and everybody, y'all probably know it too. But the thing is, we've been talking about having him on here for over a year now, and so the time has come, the war is to talk about many things. So thank you so much for being here today. It is a true treat for us to have you. And Kelly was just engaging with us just a moment ago, saying, hey, you guys really need to talk about what you did this last week. So we've talked about so many things, but on Tuesday, September 16th, we had the National Voter Registration Day. and Joseph and I got to be there with several other folks. It was a totally bipartisan event, and we got to get some folks in there. So what were your takeaways? Because if you didn't get to see it, we did have a quick interview. Kelly came in and shot some video with us, but
Yeah, I think this is the 8th or 9th year we've done this. And the first year we said, hey, it's bipartisan, so let's invite the Republicans in to do it with us. We didn't get a response, but the second year we did. And they began, since then we began working together to accomplish this day. And at some point, the Election Commission also jumped in to try to promote the event. It's always an interesting event because you never know who's going to stop by. You never know who's going to stop and register, even more importantly. And it's just fun being out in the community and interacting with people in a nonpartisan way, which is something I don't get to do very often.
Yeah, most of the time we're always stuck talking with politics, and in light of all the events that have gone on, especially here recently, there's just so much going on. But as a guy on kind of the other side of the aisle, and here's the weird thing about Warren County, there's really no other side of the aisle. I mean, we're all living here in the community together.
Very true. Yeah. Locally, we have a different atmosphere than most cities. And I'm proud of that attitude in that atmosphere. It's not a cutthroat business, so to speak.
Well, in showing that, one of the first things that you guys did last week, or actually the week before last, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, was denounce violence. I mean, they came out with a memorandum stating that, I mean, they don't approve of this at all. So thank you so much for making those steps.
It's my pleasure. When Melissa Portman was murdered with her husband and her pets, the Republican Party did the same thing.
Sure enough.
Yeah, political violence has no place in our game.
No, well, it's seriously, because what people don't understand is this guy and I, we may vote differently on a lot of issues, but for the majority of life issues, we agree on so many things. I mean, there's more that we relate to than separates us. So so I like hanging out with Joseph. I like seeing how the other side lives.
Well, it's not much different than your side.
There you go. So you've got a big event coming up.
We do.
And guys, I'm apologizing in advance because I'm going to try to pop this on. I don't know why that's on, but because we were sharing that. Oh, were you showing that? Oh,
You're talking about.
Oh, are you on the fundraiser? What are we on right now?
I just took it off.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pull this up because they've got this. Come on, Brian. I want to share this tab. My bad. Because we've got, and I want to give everybody the right information here.
Sure.
But October 18th, we've got the Warren County Democratic Party fundraiser, No King's Day. And this is going to be at 102 Bernard Drive. And is at the
it's at Bernard School.
Bernard School.
Yeah.
Excellent. Tickets are $25 each. Meal will include pork, expanded baked potato bar, and more. And the confirmed speakers. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about the confirmed speakers?
We have 2 candidates for governor on the Democratic Party side. That's I don't recall their names.
Jerry
Green and Adam Kurtz.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have invited another gentleman who has recently announced. We have Dr. Marissa Richmond. She is a super activist. She has several degrees. Went to Harvard college rather. Sorry. And then we have our state chair, Rachel Campbell.
Okay. And Victoria Broderick's going to be there too?
Victoria Broderick will be there. Lori Bergman will be there. Lori Bergman is running in John Rose's old seat.
Okay.
So, yeah. It should be a full night.
Look, sounds like it. And sounds like it. And anybody can come to this. Tickets are available online.
Tickets are available online. You can click the link there. You can buy them from me or any other officer in the party. Yes, everyone is welcome to come and meet the candidates on the Democratic side.
Well, I'll tell you, I got to meet Victoria last year at one of the functions that they had. It was a debate, and she was one of the few that showed up, and she was wonderful. She's the only person that I know out of that docket, and to do what she's doing with young children and running against Scott Desjardins, she's got her work cut out for her, but she is a hustler.
She does, and like you said, she's one of the few people that will show up to debate in that race. She's a wonderful person.
Well, I've really been impressed with her, and Joseph, I've really been impressed with you and a lot of your people. Do you have anything coming up aside from this?
We have the fundraiser on October 18th. We have Autumn Street Fair. We will have a booth probably right across the street. We are working on a few other events. Victoria event here in Warren County. I can't really see any other details about that as of yet.
Okay.
But yeah, this is our busy time. It starts with the fair and then it doesn't stop until mid-December. So,
and we got primaries heading in late March.
We do. However, we have a special election in District 7, which we're all kind of putting our heads together and hands together and making phone calls and door knocking and things like that. That's Mark Green's old seat that's up. Yes. Yeah. So Congressman Mark Green, who stepped down, and from the Republican side, I guess the front runner is Jody Barrett, who is the Republican primary guy. And then Afton Bain on our side. Yeah, Afton Bain. So that's what you got going on, and that's a big tight race. So we'll be and although it's not in our district. We're not in that district. It's one of the congressional seats that's up, and every seat counts when it comes up to the national level. For sure. Absolutely. Now, because I'll tell you, one of the cool things that I got to see, and I wish we would have known about this ahead of time. Any protests going on? Because, and when I say protests, I don't say that in a ugly or derogatory way.
We say peaceful protest.
It was peaceful. I mean, it is people. I mean. Letting their voice be heard. Actually, No King's Day on October 18th was set after we set the fundraiser for the day. So I don't believe anything is going to happen on our side that day. But I have not reached committee meeting tomorrow. That could all change. And speaking of that, every first Monday of each month. Every Monday, at the administrative building for the county down on Locust Street. Come to the Magnolia Room if you want to know what's going on with our local Warren County Democratic Party. They're always doing something, from the Young Democrats at the high school all the way up to the movers and shakers at the top. You're not an old guy though, man. I'm not a mover or a shaker. Oh, buddy, no, this guy's always doing something. We are, and I can't say that. There are some other things coming up that I'm very happy about, but we haven't set them into stone yet. Gotcha. Well, Joseph, thank you so much for being with us today, taking your time. And guys, remember October 18th, and we'll be talking more about this. We'll share the event. We'll share any infographics that they've got and let you know. But that would be for me. That is a Saturday. Man, don't be surprised if you see me there. Well, will I be able to come, man? And Victoria said you can stream her speech. Hey, thank you, Victoria. And hey, we're going to have Victoria on here on Warren First someday soon. She is, first off, she's so delightful. She's a wonderful human being, and that's what we need. It doesn't matter what our political affiliation is, as long as we're loving each other and doing what we're supposed to do to better our community and understand each other. Hey, I'm good with it. Joseph Moore, we got to do the official handshake. The party solidation. Guys, thank you so much. Joseph, thank you again. Thank you. And hey, guys, we're going to come back on this other break. We got more to talk about because we got a slew of events coming up this week. But remember, guys, keep it first. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville.
Don't know what to eat? Have you tried Cumberland Biscuit Company or Tops Frozen Yogurt and Metro Deli? Down on Main, you can enjoy pizzas and sandwiches, weekly combo specials, soups, salads, and finish it up with Tops Frozen Treats. On the weekends, check out Cumberland Biscuit Company's unique dishes like the Twisted Goat Burger or the Bambushka Burger. For lunch or dinner, get the experience of going out of town right here in McMinnville, down on Main. Follow Tops and Cumberland Biscuit Company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Not able to get out? We offer free delivery within the city limits. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Craving the best barbecue in the South? Look no further than Prater's Barbecue in Morrison. Whether you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone.
From our mouth-watering brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders, your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Prater's to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Prater's Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
Guys, I had to get my ACDC channel in because listen, every time I see this, and I mean the red on black or anything, but hey, Tyler and Zach, these guys do junk removal. They do trailer rental. They do property cleanouts and all the different things that you don't want to do. These guys specialize in it. It's T&Z Rental Removal here in McMinnville. If you want to reach Zach, you can call 931-743-9079. Or if you want to reach Tyler, you can call 931-224-8593. You can also find them on Facebook. But guys, you can come to our spot. You can find these guys, but they do wonderful work. And I'll tell you why, because we've had people tell us about it. But another thing is you don't hear anybody say, man, those guys suck. Because believe me, if they did, you'd hear about it, and we wouldn't have them as one of our sponsors. So T&Z Rental Removal. And guys, the weather is perfect right now. Get your crap moved. Get your junk moved. And if you don't want to move it, let them move it. That's the beautiful thing. So thank you, T&Z Rental, for being one of our sponsors here on Warren First. Melody. So we finished up Friday. Everybody went home safely after homecoming. Everybody got some rest.
Man, it was such a great night.
Because Saturday we had 1,000,001 things going on.
Yes. I did want to say one more thing. I think I maybe mentioned it, guys. I'm sorry, I'm tired. But if you've not seen the pictures of Grant Swallows, I'm so glad I captured that moment. We did talk about the fact that after the tough loss, that I did see the same moment, but it was more of a consoling, and I didn't feel right taking that picture. But then I'm telling you, God will put you where you need to be when you need to be.
Amen.
And this is the second time I have been there at a home game to witness that. And I was like, this time we're capturing. I hear you.
Well,
and it was such a beautiful moment.
So you think about that. The last home game we had went into a lightning delay.
Midnight getting home.
And then the unfortunate loss at the end. How heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And then you have this.
It's great.
God
awesome.
is good.
He is good.
And one of the problems that we have when you have people in leadership and everybody's so critical. I know I can be critical. I can be but when
I think that we forget though that they're human beings. They have children.
And they love. And when you get to see one of these moments and capture it
I
forever,
know.
like you did, so Melanie, yes, you're right. God put you in the right
I'm telling
place
you, it was
at the right time.
And the fact that his wife liked it, because I was a little nervous sharing it. It was like, it's a very personal moment.
Is that his sister behind him?
Yeah, that's Anderson. That's the dog.
I can't see her face right there. But yes, she is a doll baby. She is a wonderful little actress.
She saw
singer.
She saw that going on. She came over there and jumped right in. I was like, "You get it, girl. You get some of that down." And brotherly love it. I mean, it was such a heartfelt, touching moment. And that look on his face, man, that made this old mama cry.
And I have to put my 2 cents on this one. And I know y'all guys can hear me. I'm like right here. But, at the end of the day, whether you like Dr. Swallers or you don't like him, he is still someone's father.
Yeah.
He is someone's son. He is someone's person. Okay.
Yeah.
And when you see folks like this, because what I have been telling people in my speech about I'm going to do on this Gather and Grow thing is I feel like mainstream media companies have tried to demoralize and take the humanity out of what we need to see. Because unfortunately, and I'm part to blame, we all are about this, because when we see something nasty going on or ugly, it's clickbait. At the end of the day, it's all clickbait, and we are paying to see this toxicity. We have got to hold ourselves accountable to start clickbaiting more of what you see on this screen right now than the negative. So I'm going to say that.
One of the things.
But no, I said it on Friday. I'm at the point I'm blocking every newscast because they're dividing us, and they've been doing it for a while, and I can see the divide growing. They're intentionally feeding false information, giving negativeness, all of this to create a divide in the American people, and it's working. And I'm not doing it anymore.
Well,
I know we're better than that.
What I love about this is in our own community. And yes, I'm critical of the school system. I want Warren County the best school system, and we're moving in that direction.
But you can tell in this picture though that he's a great dad.
Well, let me tell you about him. This is what I know about him.
I will say I never got a hug like that from my dad.
Well,
or my mama. That is a beautiful thing.
What a lot of people don't realize is that, and I don't know how old Dr. Swallows is, but he's experienced enough. This guy played football in high school and was like a Mr. Tennessee football player. Who ended up playing at Tennessee Tech, and you may not see that he's always wanted for his children the very best, and he works really hard to get his kid in the right coaching and things like that, like any good parent would. The very first thing about Dr. Swallows that people may not recognize is his faith. He is a Christian man. He loves the Lord, and in that, with loving the Lord, you love your family, and there's no doubt about this. Him loving his wife and loving his children, and you see that with that embrace. You see that picture and that family. And it's hard when you go someplace else where, when he got hired, a lot of folks were like, well, we should have hired somebody from Warren County. He won't know us. And coming in and during COVID and everything, that was like the roughest time.
And he didn't even have his doctorate when he was hired. He was on the tail end of that. He was still.
He had never been a superintendent. He'd only been a high school principal. So having those challenges, he's not supposed to know how elementary schools, intrinsic things that work. He was good at running a high school.
Yeah.
And so he has grown. We've all grown. And we see where his heart is. And how you handle the little things shows how you're going to handle the big things. And when you do things, when you put God first in your life, and I feel like that's why we're heading in the right direction, because if you look at where we've been, pretty abysmal, to where we're heading, we're making strides, and that's because of this guy's leadership and where he puts his faith. And so, thank you, Dr. Swallows, for being a great human first.
Yes.
And then the byproducts, being a superintendent and all that other stuff, because he's like everybody who's functional and does stuff in this community. He's doing so many other things going on with TSSAA, with still being doing a dad helping coach his son because he's been there in those situations. So very cool.
Let me also say this from the other side of the coin. The fact that his son is the quarterback of the football team, which is a cool kid position, and his daughter is a cheerleader, which is also a cool kid position, and the fact that they're at that age where all kids go through it. My parents are so embarrassing. My parents are so gross. Ew. And yet in front of a stadium full of people, they both went to their dad. They wanted to celebrate with their dad. They want to celebrate this win with their dad. They looked for their dad, and they were willing to embrace him. Not just a quick hug, full on embrace. Sorry, that might have been my child. But anyway, full on embrace in front of this whole stadium of people. At that moment, none of us existed. And I'm standing right there taking that picture, and I don't think they realized it until I did that. At that moment, nobody else existed except for the three of them in that moment.
Well, and this goes to show we're moving in the right direction. Coach Blue getting us out of that. I mean, golly, Mount Juliet, Murfreesboro, Riverdale, Cookeville, these big schools that have these huge programs with a lot more resources than what we have. Really tough run for Warren County. So I think we've made some really good decisions.
Look at my husband working. He don't work like that at home. You said, sorry, side conversation.
So having these things, we're heading in the right direction. I want to send a shout out to some of our folks. Miss Retha, good morning. I've been listening just now. Got the chance to say hi. Well, thank you for saying hi. And our Warren County Republican women, Miss Stacy Hart. Hello, Warren first. Well, hello to you ladies.
I don't think I realized Stacy Hart was.
Stacy Hart is the chair of the Warren County Women's Republican.
Oh, well, see, there we go.
And we've got Kenzel. We've got Miss Nikki Jewell.
I have been taking pictures of both of her girls at the pageant, but I don't know why I picked her. Maybe that's why. Because I don't personally know her, but I somehow managed to get both
speaking
pictures.
of the Republican women, they got a big event coming up in October that our very own Kelly Walker Slaughter is going to be speaking at.
October the 30th.
October 30th. So, and these ladies, most of them are going to be working really hard this week to get the Reagan Day dinner going because that's happening this Friday night. We've got 5 speakers on the docket now coming in. And hey, look, guys, all roads to the governorship go through Warren County. We're going to have all the big 3 represented. And Senator Blackburn is not going to be there. She is going to be in D.C. She's already got scheduled events in Washington, D.C. She is one of our 2 state senators there with Bill Haggerty. So she'll be in Washington, but a representative from her campaign is going to be there. And I'll tell you what, if folks don't know who her treasurer is,
my money's on the redhead. She always sends the redhead.
They might. Well, Jake Eisen may be there, but listen.
Is that what his name is? I got to quit calling him the redhead.
But this being a special event because you got Monty Fritz, who's going to be there running for governor on the Republican ticket primary. We've also got John Rose, who is like the keynote speaker, who originally signed on, who's going to be our final speaker. But you might have a guy, some people may know him as Glenn Jacobs. Maybe. I'm not going to say, but they're going to send somebody there. So it might be Mr. Kane himself from the WWE coming down. I don't know for sure. I'm not going to say that, but you never know who's going to be there. So but look,
we will find out on Monday who was right.
Yeah, well, but all 3 candidates are going to be represented. But on top of that,
it's going to be a good night.
We've got Turning Point USA friend and family member, Miss Hannah Faulkner, who's going to be speaking and getting things rolling. And I'm so excited to hear. I did not see her at church, so I have a feeling she may have been out of town. And there's so much going on with the Turning Point family right now. And then we've got Colton McAbee, J6er, who was arrested and put in prison and then pardoned by President Trump. He'll be speaking about his experience. And then we've got one of my favorites, Dr. Omar Hamada, who just got back from Washington, D.C., talking about veteran affairs and
that needs to be talked about.
Veteran suicides and things like that, and how we can improve better quality care for our veterans. And so they got the right guy in there. And if you guys don't know, Dr. Hamada is just not a name we just pulled out of a hat. This guy has worked in these hospitals and surrounding area. He's been one of those ER docs that sees the things that comes in here in Warren County or Rutherford County or Putnam County. So he's very familiar with this. So we're so excited to have Dr. Hamada. And then our final speaker of the night will be John Rose, and Congressman John Rose, who is running. And he had a big function. So we're back on Saturday. I went to Cookeville for the race, for the cross country race, and then we went to Lancaster, Tennessee, to John Rose's fish fry. That it's open to the public; anybody can come. And you had several hundred people there. Most people having some affiliation with government, and it was beautiful out there. Didn't get any cell reception because it is out in the sticks. If you guys know where Lancaster, Tennessee is, man, good luck. Because we had to go an alternative route because they're doing work near Center Hill Dam, and they've got a big hole in the road. So it was really cool. And then we got back, and I wanted to go to this, but I wasn't. But Melody got to go to this.
Melody's favorite day of the year. One of my favorite days of the year. But yes, Sip and Savor was Saturday night. It happens at the same time every year. This is an established event. It actually started in the springtime, but they've been doing it the same day in the fall for years now. Junior Auxiliary, they do a phenomenal job.
Shout out, ladies. Great job.
I'm going to tell you, this is one of the best ones. It was so much fun. The food was incredible. I never got to taste it, but my understanding is the spiked caramel apple cider down at Cumberland was the drink of the night. But the line was so long, I could not get over there. My personal favorite was something that our dear friend Jessica, who's over here cleaning her storefront over here at Red Door, had. And it was whipped vodka and then white cranberry and something else. It was quite delightful. But I mean, all of the drinks were delicious. The entertainment was amazing. Wild Blue Band was playing at the end of Spring Street. I will never get over them. They do. they are so great. That whole family. It's crazy how much God has blessed that family with musical talent. And then Ninth Son was playing out here on the lawn. You can hear them. They're going to be playing at Rockin' for a Reason. And two of our new businesses downtown. There's 3 coming. But 2 of them were open for sneak peeks that night. One was open for a sneak peek. One was officially open downtown, and both were just amazing. Christy Ross has done a great job with the Whimsy. It is so cute. There's so many cute little finds. And
now, what is the Whimsy?
It's an antique store. Okay. So it's where Ross and Company's barbershop used to be. They've moved down the way to where the Hitch General Store used to be.
Okay.
Which is right next to Juicy's. But then where the barbershop started, that is now a little antique store. Okay. And it's got all kinds of cute and fun stuff in there. I found a pair of glasses that were really cute, but when you put them on, everything started spinning. I don't know how to explain it. They were crazy. I think they're probably still down there because she said everybody was trying them on and nobody wanted to take them home.
I do want to add in y'all's comments on the food because I dabbled in all the food places on Sip and Save. And one of the biggest top 3 hits was actually Anna's bacon rotel cups.
Always delicious.
Ooh,
oh my gosh, those
bacon rotel cups.
The other big one was down at First National. They had cream cheese and
that pepper jelly, and there was like
rosemary fig jelly. They had and again to the Heather Stowell. I can't say her last name right. But all the stuff was phenomenal.
Yes, it was great.
You know, there was what was Christy Ross serving? It was a meat of some sort.
No, Christy had chicken fingers in a bowl with
it was chicken
peanuts
fingers
and candy corn and pretzel sticks. It was the most eclectic thing.
It was called I call that a grown person's trail mix.
Yeah, that was good. Chicken finger in there and everything.
Oh wow.
But it was really good. And
almost like a chicken and waffle kind of.
Yeah, and Collins River did. Collins River did not participate, but they actually moved tables outside. You could do outdoor dining, which was so nice. It was so nice.
Thank you,
Jim.
Oh,
I'm telling
Joe
you,
and Jim.
Joe and Jim.
No,
Joe owns it. Jim's managing it. So I think Joe's slowly easing into retirement, and good for him.
Yeah, he can.
But no, it was a great evening. I mean, there's a lot of people participating. Some stores I hadn't gone to go into. Live music throughout. Evelyn Taylor had some band playing. The local had part of the assisted living band. So for those of you who don't know, the Wild Blue Band is Bonnie Collier and her two daughter-in-laws, Becky and Amanda Collier, and then Jana McLean. Amazing. It's like bluegrass, but really good bluegrass. Like really, I don't know how to explain it. It's not your typical bluegrass. It's got a twist on it. I don't know. It's really, really good music. And they did a version of Dancing in the Dark. I should post that video on our page. It was beautiful. It was slowed down and it was great. They did Chapel Roan. I mean, they're not intimidated at all. But they were all playing at the end of Spring Street. And then you go around the corner into the local, and there's Joe Collier, Amanda's husband, and Steve Harvey, and somebody else.
Gene Maxwell and Nick Bowling. Yeah.
There was only like 3 of them that night. It was only part of it.
4.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, everybody's in so many different bands, but they were playing. Joe Harvey was wandering around. One of Joe's older brothers was sitting on the patio of the local. So there were Harveys and Colliers everywhere, which isn't a bad thing because they're both incredibly musically gifted families. But yeah, it was a great night. The weather was perfect. So yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. And they always do a great job with it. I got to hang out in the back of the police car. I did that just to see what David would do because David had to work that night. So I was hanging out with a friend of mine and I sent him the picture of me in the back of this car.
As well as me, and freaked me out, but moving on.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, Kelly did not answer for me for like 30 minutes. I was home in bed by that time. But no, I sent it to David over here, seeing what he would do. And he sends back, ha ha. That's all I got. No rescue mission. No, oh my gosh, I'll get the bail money. No.
I think I said, is this for real?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Well, see, but I didn't get that until the next morning because I mean, there was a delay in that. Well, what was even funnier is I sent it to my son, and he sends back, "It's about time." Thanks, kid. but yeah, it was such a great night, and yeah, and then we've got Honor Street Fair coming up.
Yeah, we've got that coming up here in just 2 weeks from now. So it just never stops. But speaking of never stops. This week. Now, don't know what all is going on Monday night because there's got to be a time for people to rest. But I know there's a football game going on this Monday night, and it's going to be the JV guys playing over here at Nunley Stadium. And so I know I got a band alert about that from the band folks because they're needing concession workers. Also tomorrow night, on a Tuesday night, we've got middle school football that's going on, but one of the big community events that's going on is the Charlie Kirk Vigil. It's going to be held downtown here at the Fountain, and I believe that starts up at 5:30 is when I'll find out here just a second because we've been sharing all kinds of stuff going on. I'll look because this is not necessarily held by the Warren County Republican Party. This is actually made up of folks here in the community that wanted to.
Yes,
I'm sorry. I said 5:30. It is at 7:00. But I would probably get down here early if you want to get a parking spot because you had to be under a rock. If you got on your socials at all this weekend, you saw something about Charlie Kirk somewhere. And we've talked about it. I've tried not to go into too much detail about it from my point.
It's a very sensitive topic
Because
I got it pulled up.
I'm probably one of the few people here in Warren County who's got to see him. And
it's going to be held at the 3-Star Mall now.
Oh, they've moved it. Okay, so
it's not downtown.
It's not going to be downtown. It's going to be at the 3-Star Mall now. So make sure to get that information out to your folks who who would be going to it because everybody knows. But yeah, 7:00 at the 3-Star Mall. Visual for Charlie Kirk. If you got to watch any of it
inside
yesterday,
or like in the parking lot, or
well, the nice thing about it, if they have to go, held at the 3-Star Mall. So yeah, and
we'll try to get
with,
some clarification
with the
on that.
weather being like it is, because we
Well,
reported
that's
about the
true.
weather
I'd say
earlier.
probably
There's a
inside that.
chance it will probably be inside, but there are so many people that have been touched by this whole event. Almost 2 weeks ago, this coming Wednesday, and to put it in perspective, you just can't do it with just a few words. I mean, if you look at just yesterday, so on Saturday they had a private viewing for
inside the mall.
It's going to be inside the mall. Inside the mall on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So yes, make plans to do that. If they call me off work, I'm going to come. But there's just so many mixed emotions, so many things. But one of the beautiful things that you've seen through this is you've seen forgiveness. And with Erica Kirk losing her husband, losing the father to her children, losing her. Can you imagine being married to a guy like that? Can you imagine being married to somebody who was so self-confident and so assured in his faith? It's such a rock for so many people to now.
I worry about his parents though, because you're not supposed to bury your babies.
Yeah,
and my heart breaks for the kids because they're so young. The only way they're going to know their dad is through other people's memories. And I thank God for all the videos and everything about him so they can go back and see the impact that he made. But at the same time, it never should have been like this, you know? And I want to clarify, because I know a lot of people, there's a rumor being spread around, and a lot of people believe that the person who assassinated him was a Republican and a conservative. And that is not true. His parents were. His parents were conservative Republicans, but he had pulled away from that and had gone in a whole other different path. He no longer was associated with that party.
Well, and that's where a lot of people call it radicalized and going off to college. And you see this especially at the college campuses. And that's why Charlie Kirk went to the college campuses to say, hey, you don't have to believe that way. This is the way I believe. And when so many people call him fascist, it's like fascists don't allow the other side to speak. They don't engage in debate. They squash debate. So for anybody who says anything about him, I would encourage everybody to go watch the videos and watch who Charlie Kirk really was, because if you're not hearing it come out of his mouth, you're probably not getting the true perspective.
Goes back to the mainstream media trying to divide.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what we do. So, and that's why podcasting. I mean, that's why people trust the things that we report on. And we'll tell you if we're hearing reports out of Nashville or on the news or something, we'll let you know. But people want to hear somebody who's not got an agenda. And the thing is, the way I describe it is, we're your neighbors who live next door from you, and we know there's a big hole in the road down, and we say, hey, love you, buddy. I wouldn't go that way because there's a big hole. We just
look out for each other.
And we're always looking out for each other. So that's what the podcasting world is like, and that's what I've come across. And so I'm very grateful to be able to share these platforms and tell our friends and our people, because we're all a big family here. We have to live together. And that's why you have to keep. And I was so impressed with Joseph and our Democratic friends who immediately came out with a statement saying they condemn any type of political violence. And kudos to all the folks like Bill Maher, who are extremely liberal in their views, but just to denounce this. And what was really incredible about Bill Maher is that Bill Maher knew Charlie Kirk. He had him on his show. Go watch the videos, and to come out and condemn the very people that are on his side and the things that they're saying. It was very refreshing to see people say, hey, look, I may not agree with him, but you can't say that.
Right.
And these people who are complaining about free speech here in the United States, you can say whatever you want to say. Now, there are certain consequences that come along with saying that.
We talked about that. Everybody wants to sit there and throw out free speech, and these people shouldn't have been fired. And yeah, okay, there's the First Amendment. We talked about this on Friday. The First Amendment says that they cannot make laws prohibiting free speech. It does not say you can just say whatever you want with no consequences. And when you work in a job, you have a code of conduct. And if you don't follow that, you lose your job, which is why it is so important as parents for us to teach our children to follow the rules in school, to follow the rules in sports, because that teaches them accountability. They teach them, hey, if you don't follow the rules, there are consequences. There's not always going to be somebody there to sit there and get you out of that trouble, or to say that rule shouldn't apply to my kid. I mean, that's just, it's part of the adulting world. Mm-hmm. And, and everybody's getting all up in airs and upset. Well, if you remember Roseanne Barr, she got fired for what she said. I mean, this
on social media.
Yeah. And this isn't a one-sided thing. I mean, this has happened to both sides.
Gina Carano for Disney, the Mandalorian is great. She had a promising career, and just because of a few tweets, things that she's talked about historical things.
Have to be careful.
And I hate to put this out there. There was a girl on. I know y'all are gonna be like, "Oh, Kelly." If you ever watch the show Love Island, a girl made
Love Island.
Yeah, it was called Love Island. And again, I do watch reality TV. A girl was taken off immediately from the show because she made fun of how she was doing her makeup, saying it looked like, and I can't remember how it was, but it was making fun of Asians. And then the next morning, you don't see her. They don't talk about it. They said that she had to immediately leave. And then you see on social media, the comments that was made, it blew up. Again, there is a code of conduct that each of us should uphold.
Yes.
Whether it's in work, life, whatever. And we owe it to ourselves, because I said this, hate plus hate will always equal more hate. And if we don't stop that, there's going to be more assassinations, more bad things to come. Nothing good has ever come when you hate somebody or hate something.
And people on both sides of Republicans and Democrats have been assassinated. We talked about this on Friday. That thing I wrote, still pinned to the top of my page, Melody Kramer. You were welcome to go on Facebook and read it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, this is going on throughout history. But I think, because I thought about this, I believe that in my 46 years on this earth, that this is the first time that somebody's been assassinated. Because I can't think of anybody else.
Well, it almost happened.
Like in my time.
About 15 months ago in Butler, Pennsylvania, you almost had a former president assassinated. And that brings the point where a lot of people say, why did this happen? Why didn't God save him? Why didn't he saved Trump? God does what God does.
God has his own reason. We're not supposed to question it.
And God will always be glorified. And even in these moments, you see God being glorified. You see so many people turning. And that's what Charlie's message was about.
Yeah.
Go back to God. Go to God. That's the way you were made. And so, again, we got prayer requests. We've got things going on. Let us know if there's anything that we can do, because we'll be praying at the end of the show. But seeing, for me, watching them, and I didn't watch the whole 5+ hours of. Imagine all the heads of state, all the people that were there. Trump was just in England, in Great Britain, at a big formalized dinner. And look, they've got their problems going on over there in England. There's a million and one things going on around the world, especially in Europe, that's going on. But for them to come back and to come to Phoenix, Arizona, and to be part of the whole turning point. It's weird, because you got political worship, I guess. And I'm not talking about worshiping the ideologies of the politics. I'm talking about a guy who his platform was political, but it was based out of his religion. And I think that's okay.
And it's the belief system. And that's what makes it an assassination.
I think your politics should reflect your values.
Yeah.
And if your values reflect your politics, I think you got the cart before the horse. So, and everybody has something that internally drives them. And we saw that what it was with Charlie Kirk, his love for Jesus and his love for family, just like you see with Grant Swallows in that picture.
Yeah.
These things, we memorialize that love. But you were talking about his kids. I think there's enough content on Charlie Kirk where his children are going to know him better than a lot of kids who.
Right, but to know him, to get to see it, that's where it is. And I will also say this: his wife, her strength right now is inspiring. I don't think I could have gotten out of the bed if that had happened. And the other thing I can't get clarification on is some people said she was in the tent with him, but then some people say she wasn't. So I'm not sure entirely what she has witnessed, but her going before the press, her speaking out so soon after this happened really reminds me of Jackie Kennedy in that pink dress that is still stained in his blood and Jack Kennedy's blood, standing there as Lyndon Johnson got sworn in. And that strength is just, how do you even do that?
Well, to come out and be vocal and talk about it and talk about your husband's faith. And one of the things that I thought was very precious, my dad died unexpectedly. My dad wore a chain with a cross in his wedding band that he was too big to fit in around his neck. And to see her as she's walking around and going places, it's still in shock, but holding Charlie's crucifix and his chain, it's very touching. But then again, to have the strength, and it's not our place to judge anybody's motives in when they make statements, but to forgive this young man already, because it's not going to bring Charlie back. Nothing's going to bring him back. And I'll tell you, Charlie doesn't want to come back where he is right now. We hope to be. And so, but we want to bring as many people to Jesus and go there with him. So to see the amount of interest in Turning Point USA, guys, I've been trying for nearly 2 years to get a Turning Point USA chapter. And
there is one on the MTSU campus, because they were talking about that. They've kind of there was some big event that happened on the campus. I can't remember what it was. And it was noted that Turning Point was not there when they should have been, but they have kind of, I think they're a little guarded, as they should be. It's especially on a college campus.
Well, they've got one at Tennessee Tech. They've got one, but stay tuned. There's a lot that's going to be happening here in the next few days. I don't want to just jump the gun on anything, but anyhow.
I want to say to that to y'all stuff, because I feel like America as a nation as a whole, and this also includes the world, the whole world and the nation. And I don't mean to make a pun out of this, but it is. I truly do feel that we are at a turning point in our life. Yeah. Every one of us. And for, I told this to Melanie and everybody, for such a tragic event that happened, what has now turned in such a huge, huge positive impact over all the nations. I watched the Australia visual, the New England, the Arizona, all these different people coming together in a positive light, bringing light to a dark situation. Yeah. Me and Melody use that phrase a lot here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, if you don't see this spiritual, me and Brian have talked about this, and a couple of warfare that is going on in our nation, you need to wake up now. Yeah. You need to start leaning and looking and finding the facts over fiction. Stop clicking on that negative clickbait and start clicking on the positive. We're turning.
Yeah.
We got to turn the page.
There's a great song that was written by John Prine, and it's been covered by multiple artists, including John Denver, which is how I know about it. And he actually put it under a different name, but it said, "Turn off your TV."
Yeah.
And turn on the music. And
I don't have cable for a reason.
Yeah, me either. I don't want to see it. It's been this way. It has been this way since 2016, 2017. And people are like, it's freedom of the press, but it's, I don't know.
I think they've played with it too much. They're playing with our,
and we're letting them because people aren't seeing what's happening.
I'm sick and tired of hearing somebody brought this up to me, and I gotta give a shout out to her, Lanisa Bell.
Yeah.
And we even do it with the weather. This is how common this word is. I want people to stop the feelings. Like, instead of feeling what the weather's like, tell me what the weather is going to be like.
Yeah.
Tell me that it's going to be 76. Don't say it's 76 and it feels like 80. So once we put the feelings aside, the facts will be seen.
Well, you know what they say about the truth? It'll set you free.
It will.
Yeah.
And it's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why Kelly started this podcast.
Yes.
Was because she wanted something that was transparent,
Yes.
that was fact-based. Have we got it right every time? No.
No.
But we admit our mistakes. We correct the mistakes and we apologize. And that is the difference. I mean, we've been putting Warren first since 2024. I mean, and long before, anybody else, we've been right there with you guys. We've done everything we can to get you guys connected to the community. And I've noticed a difference. I have. And it's about all of Warren County. It's not about one certain part of McMinnville or one little certain part of Warren County. It's about everybody. It's about all of you. It's about Morrison. It's about Viola. It's about Rock Island. It's about everybody. And it's about bringing everybody together and being an honest and reliable news source.
Yeah, one of the things that I like, this is Warren, and that's right. This is Warren County, and that's why Warren first. And there's so many people. I saw one comment about somebody saying, "Well, this doesn't really apply to Warren County." Guys, there's
if it's happening globally, it's going to affect us.
Well, there's so many people in this community that are shocked and horrified, and we don't do this kind of stuff anywhere.
Yeah.
We're the United States of America. We are founded on principles that no other country has ever been founded on since time began.
Yeah.
We live in the freest society that's ever been established.
Yeah.
And we call this a social experiment that continues to move. And we want to, that's one of the things about the Constitution. It is a living, breathing document. It changes. And as our society changes, that's the thing is, that's one of the things that people don't realize. Technologies change.
Oh, yeah.
Culture change. Dating. Did you know 100 years ago people didn't date? They didn't date. 100 years ago.
Sure, you just hated a wife.
Well,
and some chickens.
That's the thing.
Yes.
So
we're getting there.
We
believe me, girl, we are getting there.
We had so much going on. One thing that I'm going to leave us with this, and I'm going to add this to the stage real quick, because for me, what you're seeing, that's Phil Wickham right there. And amazing songwriter. And you had Chris Tomlin, you had Brandon Lake, you had Cody and Kobe Carnes. There were so many. The worship at this event was incredible. Goosebumps. I was crying. Me and my kids sang. Who else is worthy? That's one of the. Oh man,
yeah.
I was so excited to see so many Christians in one place celebrating the life of a fellow Christian, but still pointing up to Jesus. And that's so for me, that's Brandon Lake that you're seeing on the screen. And so many people came together for this event. But yeah, you can always go back to YouTube, go to Charlie Kirk, just Charlie Kirk Benefit, and you'll see it. But we'll be talking about this for years to come. And I agree with Kelly. I think this is the turning point.
Yeah.
I don't think there were when God gave Charlie Kirk the foresight to name his company Turning Point USA. I think God knew exactly what God was doing, and that's who we are. We have the opportunity. We have the blessing to be the turning point, to turn back to God. And so I will leave it at that. And guys, we're gonna talk about something else. If you got prayer requests, if you got birthdays, anniversaries,
Yeah, we've got
you
events.
got
We still got to go over events for this week.
because we got Melody, tell us about the band. They had a big event this weekend.
Well, first of all, yes, they had a big event. They did their first marching band competition. So on top of the new uniforms, they were and all of the homecoming events. They went to Sequatchie. They had their first festival, or their first marching band festival, and our little band right here in Warren County brought home superiors in every single rating. And then Emma, not Kirby, it's the other Emma. Hang on.
Arden?
Burdette. Emma Burdette, who is the drum major, received the highest score of the day. Guys, that's incredible. So just to clarify, the categories are percussion, auxiliary, which is the color guard, drum major, and all band. And we got superior ratings in all of that. I am so proud of these kids. They've worked their tail end off.
Way to go.
This right here is what makes that 1 week in the summer heat almost worth it. Almost worth it. But then now this weekend, we are hosting the band festival, and it's Tree City Band Festival. It's being held at the middle school. It starts at 3:00. It goes till 9. This is the first one where I've attended where it's actually been on the field. Last year where they had to move to the high school because of the weather, but it is a pretty big deal. There's also a picture that Brandon Eccles took of the bands at the end of the festival. Hang on. It's 1,000 musicians, and he shared this picture, and it's incredible. And my understanding is we're getting even more than that. So it is going to be a lot of people in Warren County. I suggest staying away from the middle school area unless you just want to come in and listen, because it's going to be a lot of people, a lot. But it's so exciting. I cannot wait. And this will be the first time I've actually gotten to see them march in the new uniforms, because this game was homecoming, so they didn't get to do a full halftime show. So I'm so excited because they're gonna look great. But yeah, so congrats to the band, congrats to Mr. Farnham. They're awesome. They're such great kids.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to with our band because just with marching and again seeing those guys, seeing them in their new uniforms coming up.
Did you see that one that Brent posted? That is an awesome, intimidating picture. Sorry, that's not band.
There's all kinds of things, and we'll try to share things. Let's make sure to check out our Facebook.
Yes, there's so much going on. I try to
find that.
It's on our page. I shared it
on our page. Excellent.
Yeah, that's on our page, and then it was down. It's down a little bit.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, that was. Yeah. There's so much going on in that picture, but yeah, come on.
There you go.
All right.
I still got it. Okay. But yeah, so come see them, come support them, come cheer them on. The band is actually going to perform that night. They won't get scored because they are the host band, but I believe they're one of the last ones to play. And then if my memory serves me right, at the end, all of the bands join together and do one huge number. So if you live in that area and it suddenly gets really loud, that's why.
Going to be exciting, and that's happening this coming Saturday. So we've got that going on. Man, we've got so much.
Okay, so yes, guys, tomorrow, let's talk about this real quick. The Black House, the Thomas Black House, is going to be doing an Edgar Allan Poe themed event. And tomorrow night on Tuesday, September 23rd, 5:30 p.m. at the Black House. For those of you who don't know what that is the house that's up here on the corner, right across from the Butcher on Main. It's got the really pretty fence around it. It's one of our historic homes. And they are going to hold auditions. You can come up there, read an Edgar Allan poem, and see if you want to actually perform in this Edgar Allan Poe event that they're doing. So if you go onto the page, if we can share that page. Can we share that page?
It's the Black House.
Yes, and send them a message. They said, please send a private message to our page to confirm your attendance. Leave your name and phone number. We are looking forward to seeing your best Poe rendition. So, absolutely, that's going to be so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
I
think Dr. Atticus is going to be there.
Well, see, there you go. October 2nd is when they're planning it for, but we don't have any finalized details on that, but we will keep you guys posted. The ladies over there and gentlemen are doing an amazing job. It's a beautiful house. Cannot wait to see it at Christmas time. That's my absolute favorite.
And hey, guys, before I forget, we've got a thing going on Wednesday. We talk about Tuesday.
Well, hang on. Let me get this last audition in because we got two. Warren Arts is hosting auditions for A Christmas Carol. This is being directed by Lucy and Rachel McGee. I'll have some part in it. We're not sure yet.
Cratchit!
I know. I'm so excited. It's got a cast size of 16, but if you go on to the page, our page, we did share that. It kind of gives you into details of what all you need to do. But the auditions are this Saturday from 10 to 12 and Sunday, September 28th from 2 to 4. It's in the warehouse behind the bike bar off of Worship.
Awesome.
So please come out, audition for that. It's going to be amazing. And Park Theater Group, the wonderful Miranda Laurent, probably just mispronounced her name, I'm sorry. But she is going to be doing a Christmas dance show. I'm like, there's so many activities.
And what
Santa
was cool
Claus
about
is having a run for his money this year.
They said you don't have to be a dancer to be part of it.
Yes.
And that's
let me tell you something. Miranda will show you how to dance. She is such an incredible instructor. Paula's dance studio is so lucky to have her.
Yeah, she's incredible. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to forget this because this is happening the day after tomorrow, Wednesday, on off are going to be at the Warren County Middle School. I'm working Tuesday night, so when I get off early in the morning, I'm just heading on over to the middle school because it is See You at the Pole Wednesday. This happens once a year. It's the last Wednesday in the month of September, where all the young people get together in front of their flagpole and they pray. We're going to have Mr. Solomon Castorena here tomorrow talking about it and telling us what's going on with it, because there's going to be lots of schools that are going to be participating in this. But this is going to be, we're going to have it at the middle school. We're going to have it at the high school. I've heard we're going to have it at Bobby Ray. They have it at Morrison pretty much every year.
That's so great.
Centertown. So if you have a school that's going to be participating, give us a shout out and let us know. But we've got Mr. Solomon Castorena, one of my favorite people in the whole world. And if you guys don't know Solomon, you need to, because this guy's got the best smile and he's got a heart after God. And this guy loves to praise. And this is the kind of people that I want my children around. But I'm so excited that he's going to be with us tomorrow talking about that and what's going on, especially. And he's involved with the McMinnville Ministries, McMinnville Youth Ministries program. So they've got all kinds of stuff, but he'll give us a heads up. And they got these really cool worship shirts. We're going to find out how to get one of those. But he's going to be with us tomorrow. But that's Wednesday morning. So if you can, make sure that you get your kid to school early, because it'll start around 7 o'clock-ish.
That's awesome.
And so all the kids that get dropped off early, they're going to be coming out. They're going to have snacks and things like that for the kids who, if they normally go get breakfast, they can come out and grab something and be with their friends. But I'll tell you what's really cool about this is that the friends get to be around each other, and it's early in the year where they get to see, hey, who are my Christian friends? And to see these kids praying together, especially in times like these, with that's what heals the community. That's what mends fences and grows relationships. So I'm so excited about that coming on.
Okay,
tomorrow.
so let me tell you this real quick, because I've got David over here and he's going to get back in there to get ready for the day. But they just announced the next Citizen Police Academy signups for that. That is on our page. But for those of you who don't know, I'm going to let David not come on camera because I know he doesn't want to, but at least talk beside the camera and let people know what the Citizen Academy is and what did you learn.
So in the past, I've heard they changed the way they schedule it this year, but in the past it was like one night a week, and they teach you just the day-to-day lives of the police officers. We got to tour the 911 center, the sheriff's department, and the jail. At the very end of it, you schedule a ride-along if you want to do that. Teach you about the drug enforcement, narcotics, things like that. How to clear rooms. So it's involved. I had a good time doing it.
So I mean, yeah, it just basically kind of teaches you what our police go through, and what their jobs are, because there is a lot of criticism all over, but even in this town for our local police department. So this kind of, if you sign up, if you're one of those people who thinks our police aren't doing enough, sign up. It's free, right? It was free, right? Free. Figure out, see what they're doing.
You stop by the police department, ask for an application.
Yeah. And you can see exactly what our police are going through, what they're getting an idea of their training. You're not fully being trained, but just to kind of give you an idea so that, you're more involved and And they do this every year. And I mean, I've never heard anybody say, boy, that was a waste of my time. Everybody I know that's done it. I mean, I think that's why David ended up doing it. It's cool. It's a great learning.
David, what did you enjoy most about doing it?
Range day.
Yeah, getting to shoot some pew-pews.
The person that's in charge of the SWAT team comes out, talks to you. So,
which I didn't even know we had a SWAT team. Let's be honest. Which that's awesome.
It's like a secondary job. There's officers that control, but when they're needed, they put together.
Unfortunately, we do need them in certain events, but it's good for the general public to be aware of what's going on, what they can do. Do they ever talk about citizens' rights, or if you see something, what's the chain of command as far as how you go about handling the situation?
Yeah, that was discussed. Just different scenarios as far as day-to-day life. Who do you call? How's this handled? Things like that.
Did they ever tell you about making a citizen's arrest?
No.
Okay.
We covered that.
No RE5s around here. Citizens arrest. No, but we're very fortunate to have Miss and Chief Mosley as head of our police department, and
she's so awesome.
And very grateful for the service that they've done. I tell you, Kelly and I saw this the other day. You were down doing your work. Officer Mark Morrow was making his rounds on the motorcycle.
Oh, I got him on camera.
You got him. Okay, good.
It's not a parade unless Mark Morrow's doing donuts on the motorcycle. Hey, David, they did move the fountain thing tomorrow to the mall, so not downtown.
Okay.
So, yep.
And that's because there's a lot of responsibility. Thank you to our McMinnville Police
I
Department
think you're free
for
to go.
doing this. And thank you. Hey, thank you, Mr. David, for all you did, especially taking care of this lady right here.
The things I pulled him into, bless his heart.
It must be love.
I think it's more like a hostage situation.
Well, hey guys, make sure to let us know if you got any prayer requests or anything that you want, and we're gonna pray here in just a moment. I think look, there's so much stuff going on, and we're just blessed to be able to tell you guys what's going on at any given time from what we see. But please, you got to let us know. This is your podcast. We want you to give us the insight into the things that you want to know more about. And so we're just honored to be able to get to be here and talk to you guys and tell you about what you missed. Thank you for all those folks who tuned in with us and talked about, hey, real quick, Feast of St. Matthew's.
Oh, yes. So yesterday evening at the St. Matthew's Episcopal Church, we all gathered and shared a wonderful meal together and listened to some great music. At one point, okay, y'all try to follow along, okay? We had Sam, who's one of our marching band members. We had Samson, who's also a marching band member. And then we had Sam Sampson, who's an incredible gospel singer, all singing together, or all performing together. It was a great moment. I was like, feels like this needs to be its own band. We need to have a really great name for it. But yeah, no, it was wonderful. We got some raindrops, wasn't a whole lot. Bounce House is out there. I got to tell you, anytime these gatherings happen, my all-time favorite is just watching the kids be kids. Just getting to be out there, throwing shoes at each other, doing backflips. I mean, they were just having the best time just being them.
Sorry,
there's a picture from that.
I'm going to share this picture right here. This is one of my lovelies here.
I love Adeline.
Yeah, Adeline Collier. She was baptized this weekend at St. Matthew's.
Yes, it was a great Sunday. The kids did the handbells, and then they also sang. That was such an incredible moment. because the choir loft in this church is behind us. It's upstairs behind us. It's literally a choir loft. And Sam Sampson was sitting in front of me. And as I said, he is a gospel singer. He goes on tour. I mean, he's incredible. And he was standing up and he had his hands clasped. And that grown man, and I mean more grown than I am, grown man, had tears streaming down his face watching those kids sing. And it was that of course got me go. I had managed not to cry until I looked at Amanda, Adeline's mama, and she was crying, and then that got me started.
Oh, hey, you talking about crying. My brother darted out of church yesterday at Westwood, and my mom was looking for him and couldn't find him. And this young man right here, my brother's the guy in the dark shirt, and the gentleman with the hat turned backwards, that's Mr. John Ward. They ran off to Rock Island and went to the falls, and this young man was baptized this weekend. And with all the things going on in the world, and I don't know exactly, I don't want to speak for him, but hey, John, welcome to the family of God, man.
Yeah.
You're here for eternity, brother. So we're glad to have you and Adeline. We're grateful for these baptisms. And guys, if you have baptism, so you have things, please let us know. Let's share these stories of faith. Let's share these stories of love and conviction. We've got these baptisms. We got some unspoken prayers. We're going to pray for health. And we're going to pray for these folks traveling and our local and federal leaders. And if there's anything else, we're going to keep Stacy Hart and her family in mind, and all those. So is there anything else that we needed?
Well, speaking of traveling, I know that the wonderful glue that holds McMinnville Special Games together, Holly McBride, is on vacation, a well-deserved, much-needed vacation. I'm so proud of her for taking that time for herself, but she is traveling today. So,
and if you haven't seen the posts here lately, we've shared it on Warren First. But yeah, we want to pray for people's hearts and minds and the way that they see things. Because a lot of times we don't see things the same, and we don't understand. And that's one of the side notes.
Agree to disagree, and I think that we've lost that somewhere along the way. Well, agreeing not, okay, you see things your way, you see things my way. Nobody's right. We just have a different way of viewing things. And I think that our upbringing has a lot to do with that. The kind of house that we were raised in, the things you've seen, like somebody who has been poor or who's been in an abusive relationship will see the world differently than somebody who's had something handed to them their whole life. And I think that that's a lot of the reasoning behind the divide. But, we've got to get back to that agreeing to disagree.
Are still on. Okay, mine went up. But no, we were just talking about that with Joseph Moore before he left. We were talking about how the world is changing, and so guys, we want to have sympathy for those that may not have what we have. We need to have some understanding and some caring. Yeah. And look, the tongue is a two-edged sword. It can speak blessing or it can speak curse, and so we want to be a blessing and not a curse. So we always got to think, and guys, I'm talking about myself. I say some of the meanest, dumbest things. Just ask my wife and ask my kids. They hear me. I say some ugly stuff to them. And no one's perfect, but we really need to really bridle our tongues. That sucks all through the Proverbs. That's one of the messages that Jesus tells us about how we act with each other. So speaking of Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, let's go to him in prayer, and let's pray for our community. Father God, thank you for another wonderful day. You've blessed us with an amazing week. Out of tragedy, hope springs eternal, Father. You're the author. You knew well before this world began how it's going to end. And so, Father, help us to have faith and assurance in you and know who you are, that you are the great I am, that you were here before and will be here long after we're here, and you love us. You showed us that love by sending your son to die for us. And Father, we can have that mercy. We can have that eternal life from you if we choose Jesus. So thank you for Jesus. Thank you for these new Christians that have come into the fold. Thank you for Adeline and her choice to accept Jesus. Thank you for John and his choice to accept Jesus. Thank you for the millions of people that are accepting Jesus on behest of what message Charlie Kirk has spoken about your great and mighty Son, the King of all kings. We continue to pray for those that are struggling with the things of this world. We pray for those that are on the cusp of accepting you, that they would. We pray for those that have hate in their heart. We pray that we can be your people and love people and be a shining example of your love and glory. Father, thank you for this beautiful community of McMinnville. Thank you for not just the trees and the mountains and the waterways, but the beautiful hearts and the beautiful souls that make up this community. Thank you for all those folks that are working to make this place a better place. We pray for those that are struggling right now. We pray for those that have unspoken needs that we don't see, Father. We pray for health for those that are struggling with addiction. We pray for health for those that are struggling with loneliness. We pray for health that are dealing with cancer and a myriad of other things that are going on. We pray for our good friend Barry Dishman, who's dealing with his health issues. We just pray that you continue to be with him and help him to heal and recover. Father, we also ask that you be with those that are traveling. Please be with people like Holly McBride that are doing so much for our community and our underserved groups. Father, thank you for the day that we've had today to be able to have Joseph on and talk about the things that he's talked about. Thank you for having Melody on here today and her unique gift of being able to see the things that you put in front of her, God. Thank you for that awesome picture of Dr. Swallows and his family. Thank you for giving us leaders that love you and love their families. And we thank you for all those that you've put in our path, whether bad or good. May we be a blessing. May we choose Jesus. May we choose love over hate. Thank you for this week, Lord. I ask that you be with our young people who are going to see you at the poll. I ask that you be with our people who are going to the Charlie Kirk Vigil. I ask that you be with our people that are coming and going through life here in this blessed county. Please be with our community. Thank you for letting us live in such a wonderful place. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray this prayer. Amen. Guys, it's been a blast. I love this platform that we can get to talk about things that really matter. So thank you, Kelly, for being here, being on the other side of things. Thank you, Melody, for being who you are. Guys,
I'm not who I am. I'm who God made me to be.
Exactly.
It just took me a minute to figure that out.
Thank you, Tops Metro Deli, for letting us get to be here today. Hey, guys, choose to be a blessing and not a curse. Thank you for joining us here on Warren First. And remember, keep it first.